Hello, Nomads, and welcome to our first ever catch-up episode. This will be our June 2022 catch-up of what we've been playing, watching, exploring over the past month or so. Still experimenting a little bit. This used to be our Act 1 of our main show, but we've broken it out into a monthly segment so we can get more time to talk about the main topic in the
let it breathe,
main show. Yeah, let it breathe. We'll have go away for a month, come back, and catch up on what we've been exploring. So let's get right into it. Start it off. Dave.
Hi.
What have you been exploring?
I've been exploring the world of Jackass.
Ooh.
The new one.
4.5.
Been watching. No, not even 4.5. I started watching 4.5 because I saw that got added to Netflix, and then I quickly realized that is like the B-roll for Jackass Forever. So, boop, 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 backed up, put on Jackass Forever. I mean, that's only came out beginning of February. Came out February 4th. It's only an hour and a half, so 3 months old, 4 months old. But it is exactly what you think it was, and we're going from horrible things in the news to my kids being little assholes over the weekend. So this was like a very much needed taste breaker to kind of it's not stand up, so it's a little more interesting, and it's people doing a lot of dumb shit. There's a lot of dick stuff in this one. Surprise, surprise. Oh, yeah. The Jackass guys have dicks out. But some of the shit that they did was absolutely hilarious. They also, the guys are getting older, so they started bringing in some of the younger guys. Some new blood, if you will. All right, so they did have some cameos in there. The new crew, I guess, would be there's Eric Manaka, who does some silly shit. Jasper Dolphin, Poopies, who I think kind of stole my heart because Poopies does some terribly stupid shit, and they're doing trivia where they're getting slapped in the nuts with a flip flop. It's crude, stupid humor. You guys like these movies?
Yeah, I thought they were hilarious back. I haven't not watched them, but I did see that they were out.
Have you seen Forever yet?
No, I haven't seen since the second one.
I haven't either.
Oh my god,
Same. It's been a while since I've watched a Jackass.
This
movie,
one
but
I want to see because of their age.
They're getting older. I mean, they do have a couple other people. I don't want to forget Rachel Wolfson and Zach Holmes are the two of the other ones. Rachel's, I think she's a stand-up comedian and a YouTuber that they pulled in, and then Zach is another big fat guy that they can use. So they don't have to beat up on Preston all the time constantly. But
yeah,
there are some cameos in there, like Eric Andre, Machine Gun Kelly. Some other random other stars, but they do fuck with them as well. Somebody might get tased. Who knows? There's just the creative ways that they come up with, to fuck with each other, is absolutely hilarious. Because it's just dumb funny humor. So that was the one thing that I watched over this last chunk that kind of, I don't know. It was a much needed bucket of laughs in this day and age. I would definitely, absolutely recommend spending the $5 I spent to watch it on Amazon or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, awesome.
It hasn't changed the formula. So
I already messed up. I didn't even introduce us at the beginning, but Dave just went.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Eric.
Don't worry about that.
And Brandon's there with us as well.
Hello.
Was that all you had?
No, I mean, I've kind of been playing. It feels like it's that weird time of year where nothing big is coming out.
Well, hold on. Let's take turns because I got something I want to say, and I know you guys will say something. I'm sure you've seen this. The Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie. We've seen this, right?
Here we go.
I've seen I saw the first 5 to 10 minutes of it, and I haven't.
I mean, I have no attachment to Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers whatsoever. So I haven't seen the original cartoon or anything. So I have no nostalgia for this, and I really had no interest in watching it. But everything I know about it is from you complaining about it, Brandon.
It's fine. The movie's fine. I just have a problem. I think I'm seeing this weird pattern, and it's making me. It's like I'm seeing The Matrix, where I'm seeing so much fan service that I'm not seeing original stories. But then I'll go to watch Alien, you know? And I'm like, oh, wow, look at that classic movie with an original idea. Or like, you know, just a really solid movie.
I was thinking about this.
And like
listen to me. Like you're complaining about this, but they just announced a fucking Willow sequel, and you were shitting your pants excited over that. So you can't
because we've only had one movie, and it was such an underdog, and it has a cult following, and I'm always a sucker for like movies that have a cult following, and they get another shot. It happened with Blade Runner, like The Shining had to grow. Like I like when they don't have a big budget or like I don't know, they didn't get much love in the beginning.
You're saying Chippendale's Rescue Rangers is milked to death at this point?
It's just a rude movie. I don't want to get into that like specifically because I'm sure I don't think anybody like it. But
was anybody asking for a Chip and Dale movie? Like Willow is like a completely underrated
not
like
that
Cinderella story. But because I watched like the first 10 minutes of it, and they put Chip and Dale like they're real world characters and like they're actors in the world. Yeah, and I know at first you didn't like the voices, which
that's the part I can't get over. I just think it's Disney has iconic voices.
They do not need voices though for a little bit in the beginning.
They did, I know, but every other character is using their normal voice, but Chip and Dale decided that they were going to make up theirs. Come on, like no one. Gadget.
Maybe
okay, the Bee is the only other character because they wanted to give him a real voice because it couldn't be just buzzing the whole time.
I don't remember the Bee.
Monterey Jack, like he talked the same. He just is himself. So I don't know. There's nothing wrong with those voices, and I don't like John Mulaney. So there's a couple.
Bucket of yuck there.
But
I like the way that they kind of they grounded it in reality. I mean, in the first couple minutes, I see a lot, like you were saying, fan service. I saw like a whole bunch of like references to other pop culture movies, and this is one that's like cartoons in real life. It's not a full cartoon movie. It's like cartoons and
it's Who Framed Roger Rabbit in 2022. That's exactly what it is,
which is awesome. There hasn't been one of those in ages.
No, I know, and I'm for that. I don't mind. Tom and Jerry did the same thing. Like, I think it's cute. I think it's cool. I just had that was my main beef. And then there's not much story. I mean, there is, but it's kind of sit back and relax. I don't know. I think the story's kind of forgettable. Probably. It's more like, look at that. Did you see that? Did you see that? Hey, look at that. Did you see that? Gotcha. Hey,
it's like the Sonic movie.
It's like
it's for the kids. It's for the kids,
right? Instead of and I'm like, what a shame, because I think the characters were cute enough. I liked them growing up. The Tailspin, Rescue Rangers, and DuckTales, and Darkwing Duck. All those shows were really cool. Really cool. But they were great when you're a kid, And I get to see one of them get like a shot in front of everybody with a new generation, and they do this to it. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, whatever. This is the problem with my generation, right? We don't like what we're doing. I only saw the
first 10 minutes, so I can't really make a good judgment on it. But
yeah,
I mean, I have like a passing fancy with them. It's like that after school thing that you threw on when you got off the bus and had a snack. And I'm like, all right, fuck this.
I watched Disney cartoons way too long, dude. I was like in high school still watching Aladdin and all that stuff.
Aladdin used to be my makeout.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
That used to be like...
No, the TV series.
Like, a whole new world.
Oh, the TV series?
Yeah, I would watch it a lot. I thought it was great.
I didn't know there was one either, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No shit. Anything else on Chip and Dale?
No, that's it. I hate you guys wanted to catch up. I saw that. I didn't say too much, but I had an opinion on it. I'm sure everybody else really liked that movie, and it's fine. It's just not for me. I hope I get another shot at something cool. Give it to Pixar. Okay, what about you, Eric? What do you got? What have you been watching?
Something I've been working on. I feel like I've been in a bit of a gaming slump lately. Like I've tried a bunch of different things, but I haven't really stuck
because you're playing Overwatch with us.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of Overwatch in the background. Playing some more. Yeah, Overwatch has become kind of our main go-to, when we're just looking for something to play late at night. We tried to play PUBG the other day, and the fucking hoops they make you jump through to play a round with real people and with your friends is insane. Like you got to do the whole tutorial mission, and then you got to do like 10 AI matches,
which
and
is like
these specific goals until you can actually play the real game.
Look down, jump, reload.
It feels so old school.
You can't skip it.
like old school Halo 1 where it's like, here, this is how you use an analog stick. Have you ever played a game before? Like, fuck, man. I just want to play. I just want to get in here. But so yeah, that didn't last too long. But something I have been working on a little bit is the Link's Awakening remake.
Yeah.
That was on sale a couple weeks ago.
I think we all bought it then, didn't we?
Yeah. I think Brandon already
I bought it a while ago. Yeah, I got to get back into it.
For a Nintendo game, it was on sale for a decent amount. It was like $35 or something. Yeah. And for that game, it's a good deal. Yeah. So I jumped on that. I've been wanting to play that for a while, and I mean, I'm really liking it. Like, it's more Zelda.
Did you play the original?
No, I never played the original.
Okay.
On Game Boy.
Yeah, me either.
Me either. Yeah. It was Game Boy Color.
It was original Game Boy, and then they like did a remaster for the color version. There's like Link's Awakening DX, which was they re-released it on the Game Boy Color.
Okay. There's a clone of that coming to Xbox. Could be coming to Game Pass. It looks just like it. Plays just like it. They're totally ripping it off.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. There's no shortage of Zelda clones. Yeah. I love most of it. Like the Mario stuff is interesting. Like I knew about that stuff from the first game. The original. But we were talking about it, and it's like it's weird seeing Goombas in a Legend of Zelda game. You're just fighting Goombas or chain chomps are roaming around.
That side-scrolling shit, like that's not even like good though. It's just like
it's weird. Yeah,
it's like
it is weird.
Old, like the NES one when you went underground and you went like down the ladder over and up the ladder, like to get like it's kind of like that same gimmick, but they didn't flesh it out much at all.
No. It's interesting. I like that it feels a little bit different from a normal Zelda game. Like, it feels unique, but you're still doing the same stuff. You're going around dungeons, you're exploring. I'm definitely getting that Zelda itch back because it's definitely scratching that itch that I always have to play more Zelda. So it's been fun. My only thing is that the frame rate hitches a little bit sometimes, which is kind of annoying. Especially, I notice it most when you're like coming out of an like indoor area to the to the overworld. It's just for a second. I don't know. It drops and then it's kind of back up to.
I want to say it performs better in handheld mode, but it's
I've played it on both, and I think I like it in handheld mode better. It just feels right.
Sharp,
on the Switch.
Quicker. Yeah,
but yeah.
I saw somebody saying on like when I saw the sale and I was sharing it or whatever, it was like, I'm not buying it until they fix the frame rate. Like that's really what you're gonna get fucking stuck on, guy. Like
it's not like it's unplayable
shit your whole life.
It's definitely not unplayable by any means. It's just that one little hitch when you come out of an area. But
I almost wish it was bigger. Like the world map seems smaller. I wish it was kind of like a couple screens a little bigger. But I mean, it's got that top down love. You can tell it was like a precursor to the SNES version, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Because like it's got a lot of some of the techniques with like the running and the spin moves and stuff like that, where they definitely built off of that. Where I never played that one earlier and only played the Super Nintendo one.
One thing that I found interesting about this game is that there's like an item you get, the feather, and that basically becomes like a dedicated jump button, which Legend of Zelda games normally don't have. So it's weird that you're able to actually jump in a Zelda game. Because like if you think back, like I don't know. I don't think there's no jump button in like Link to the Past. You just like jump off ledges and stuff like that. And like Ocarina of Time, it has like the auto jump. There's no actual like dedicated jump button. So it feels weird to actually have a jump button in like a
technically
2D-ish Zelda button.
In the NES Adventures of Link, Zelda 2.
Well, that doesn't
side-scrolling adventure.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought he could jump there. Yeah,
jumping, but no. Okay, this one is weird because I know. I was fucking with you. Because, like, do you ever take the feather off? Like, I always
leave it on.
So that's like like they should have just dedicated a button to jump. Like,
I'm always swapping my other items.
And then,
like,
because then you can't use the bow and the hook shot at the same time. So you kind of like, I don't know. You feel like you're leaving yourself hindered if you don't have the feather.
That game,
which explains where it came from in Super Mario Kart or Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo, because they had a feather in there that let you jump. And I had no idea where that ever came from, but I'm assuming it is the same.
It's probably connected.
Feather.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you were saying, Brandon?
Oh, I was just gonna say that game has this weird therapeutic kind of effect on me, where if I see a big patch of grass, I have to like cut it down with my sword.
Oh, of course. I do that with
and then I get
Zelda
like
game.
rupees and stuff like that, but I'm like, they'll start regrowing if I don't do that area fast enough, and I'll be obsessed with trying to cut down all the grass on the screen and then leave before they grow back. And I'll just like, oh man, and I'll just be addicted to it, and I'll just get all this money, but I have no idea. I don't like any crafting game where you stand in front of a tree or a rock and you just whack it to get resources. That's stupid. That's not fun. That's not gameplay. But like this game, I'm just like cutting down grass, getting rupees, and
Oh yeah.
Do you do the thing where you go?
It's always fun.
You go in the middle of a 3x3 square and you
you hold it down
and you try and cut all 9 at the same time.
I got 4 rupees that time.
Well, then you're cutting on the grass, and then you whip out the shovel and start digging the ground.
Oh, I dig like a maniac.
Rupees and hearts and all that stuff.
And then you get the chomper from Mario, and you get that hooked on you, and then you can go around and use that to like fight off creatures and stuff.
I only do that for a little bit, I think. You give it back to the old lady.
You have them, but I think you can get them again. I could have sworn I had it.
That would be cool.
Maybe
it was kind of OP when you have them.
That was cool.
There's nothing saying that you have to return him. Like I did after, like there's a certain section where you need him to get through in like that swamp area. And then after I was done with that, I'm like, well, I guess I should go return it to the lady. But there was nothing saying that I needed to, so I was wondering how long I could keep him.
After that, you got to go, the guy that makes you go get the leaf, the gold leaves or whatever, he won't give you the quest unless you return him. He's like, get that dirty dog out of my house or something like that. I'm like, all right.
Okay,
fine.
Richard. What a dick. Yeah.
It's got a lot of charm, though. I like exploring it.
No, I like the art style.
The art style's awesome. The best part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you feel like you're playing in like a little diorama, like looking down into the world. It's fucking sweet.
Combat's a little dull. I get a little bored. That's why I keep falling out of it. There's not much story, but it's cute to look at. It's fun to pick up.
There isn't really any story.
I like. Yeah, it's a perfect Switch game just to pick up, play 30 minutes, put it back down again.
Find that fucking color dungeon. That's what you got to do.
I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't gotten super far, but
my kid plays it too, and he's kind of like co-opted one of my saves, and he's got a spot. And when I found that, I like just saved my game right there and just left it for him, and he was like, Daddy, what is this? It was like the most earth-shattering thing because it's not a numbered dungeon. It's just something that you find throughout the game. It just fucking blew that little kid's mind. That I'm like, Daddy game's on a different level, son. You'll get there eventually.
Well, speaking of co-op, Dave, you and I have been checking out Division 2, and
yeah.
I don't know, like it feels pretty good to go through.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we probably are late now. I think most of the community is dwindled. Maybe they have a big following. I don't know, but
I want to say there's still DLC coming soon.
Okay,
for that game. They're still updating it.
There's just so much going on. I know everybody's been picking on Ubisoft after Elden Ring came out. Like, that's how you make an open world game. Fuck all these other games. No UI and blah blah blah. Like, I get it. That's why I liked Ghost of Tsushima. But it, this game it makes sense because you are kind of rigged up. You have little. I don't know, you have like little droids, like these little robots that you can have. That like the equipment is really cool. It's smart.
And wristwatch and shit, yeah.
Yeah, like my one guy, it's, when does this take place? Around now? Maybe a couple years in the future?
I think, yeah.
Right?
Something like that.
But you have like these, I have like this one ability where I can drop 3 grenades and they will just roll on the ground and follow me. And if they find anybody, they'll just go and blow them up. And I have a little droid that flies around and will shoot stuff. Yeah, it's great. I don't know, it's not Star Wars, but I like the little robot technology in this game. I forget it's there because you think it's just like a post-apocalyptic shooter, and the world's going to shit and you got to survive. But I tried playing it a couple times by myself. Way more fun when you have somebody.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I have
Eric
like the little
join us next
the turret and the little drone thing on your back, just because if you are playing by yourself, it makes it palatable, so you're not just getting everybody's aggroed on you the entire time.
Yeah,
but I think the charm of those games, the setting, the setting of the game is like the best part. DC, and then the first one took place in New York City at Christmas, which was a fucking great setting too. So I think that's like the winner in those games. Like the shooting and the gunplay, all that stuff's good. Like specials are good. I don't know what's really going on with the story because we've only been jumping in and out here and there, but. That's one of the things I was going to bring up about the summer doldrums. Is like it's a good time to catch up on like games that have long running content and stuff like that. So like we're jumping back into Overwatch because Overwatch 2 is coming out, and like Halo Infinite just released that new game mode, and I saw Terraria updated. So I'm like, what the fuck? Terraria's like this. I don't know. Terraria's an old ass game, but they're still putting out updates. No Man's Sky.
I was going to say, it's time to revisit No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Every time they put an update out, I'm like, fuck, I got to get back in there.
Smite's got they just had something out, or they have a Slipknot thing, which was fucking weird. Now they're back over to Stranger Things. They're pumping that.
Oh.
Because that new season just came out. So like everything's, the ongoing content for everything kind of keeps you coming back to a lot of these older games. So like, we're not playing anything new, but there's still new content to be played in a lot of these, games that have the long tail. No Man's Sky is next on the list, though. That one, That one is just impossibly daunting.
Yeah, it is.
So good.
There was one thing I wanted to bring up. I think we all checked it out. I don't think any of us beat it though, because we haven't talked about it on the podcast yet. Trek to Yomi.
Mm-hmm. I did check it out.
I was super psyched about this game. And then when the reviews hit, everybody was kind of like lukewarm on it, got middling reviews a little bit. Like it was basically all of them were like, it's all style, no substance, which I kind of agree with. Like, I will say it looks gorgeous. Like it looks amazing, like especially for an indie game, the way that they do the black and white with the fixed camera angles. And like, it does look like an old samurai movie. But the combat, it's just not doing it for me, really.
Is it too simple? Like, I didn't get too far in it. I got a couple
and it's fucking hard. Like, I made a mistake. I was like, should I play on easy? Like, nah, I'll just play on normal, just because I feel like I always
put it on easy.
Yeah. I defaulted to normal usually, but I was enjoying it. Like, I like the story. It's a classic samurai tale of revenge.
The visuals, you just want to keep watching it.
Yeah. The visuals are what kept me going, but I got to a point where I just kind of got stuck because the way that they checkpoint you right through, right before a section where you have to fight all these enemies. And there was this really long section with these tough enemies, and I would like get to, I would get really far, and then one of these armored enemies would kill me, and I would have to do the entire section over again. And I'm just like, man, I don't feel like doing this again. So I thought about bumping down the difficulty, and then it does the whole dumb thing where it's like, oh, if you change the difficulty, you will lose achievements. I'm like, well, fuck that. That's annoying.
Did it call you a pussy too while it was doing
it? You're not losing all achievements. You're just missing out on the one for finishing it.
You can't earn any more achievements after you change the difficulty. No. Yes. It says if you change the difficulty, you can't earn any more achievements. Yes. It just
one
means
of
those games.
Really?
That's a little.
Yes.
That's bad coding then.
Games do that. They will say, if you change this difficulty now, you won't earn any more achievements going forward.
I would say, like, you beat the game on veteran difficulty. You beat it on this difficulty.
Yeah, that's the one at the end that you get. Yeah.
No, it's said all of them. Maybe I would have to double check that, but I swear it said, if you change difficulty, you won't get any achievements.
That's why you just got to play everything on easy.
There's
no shame.
Maybe I'll restart. I got like an hour and a half in.
Oh, dude. No,
I don't know if I want to restart. Like, it's not good enough for me to want to go through all that again. So there's other stuff I want to play.
The people in the background.
Everyone's just constantly screaming, like in your ear. Like everyone's dying,
choking on their own.
That audio gets old quick.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely, I agree with the all style, no substance. But I enjoyed what I played of it, but I don't know if I'll go back to it. There's a couple other things that I had. Stop me if you guys have anything else too.
No, I'm good.
I just want to do a couple quick hits here. I dipped back into. I was in an Alien mood after our Alien episode last week, so I dipped back into Alien Isolation.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, they have the FPS boost that boosts to 60 FPS on Xbox Series S and X, and that game released in 2014, and it still looks stunning. The lighting and like just the visual effects. The only thing is like the character models look a little dated, but the environments are beautiful. They're gorgeous. And 60 FPS, it's fantastic. like I said, I think they just absolutely nailed the aesthetic and the tension of that first Alien movie like perfectly. So I don't know if I'll actually go through and beat the entire game again, but I just wanted to check it out just for that, to see it on the new consoles, because I think it's worth, a second look. But man, it's good. It does the same thing it does in the first Alien movie too. Like, I'm over an hour into it and I haven't even seen any hint of the alien yet. So like, it's coming and they build up that tension. But I'm a sucker for any game with like a derelict space station, that kind of setting. Like, I love the Dead Space, all that stuff. Like,
did you play Prey? The one that came out a few years ago?
I played the demo, but I have it installed on my Xbox hard drive. Yeah. I just haven't gone back to it. That's one I do want to get back to.
I liked it. I finished that game. I really like that one. I like that studio because they also do like the Dishonored games.
I was gonna say, that's a big deal for you if you finished it. I know you have a hard time finishing games, Brandon.
It's good story, cool environment. I want to see how it ends. If it keeps repeating the same thing over and over again, I'm like, all right, I think I've seen this enough, but that game kept things fresh.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, I've been dipping into like a couple Apple Arcade things. I won't really get into them a bunch, but I just wanted to shout out a couple that were kind of fun. Roundguard, I don't know if you've heard of it, but if you know what Peggle is, it's basically a Peggle RPG.
Ooh.
So
you have
it's
my attention now. What was that
called? It's really fun. It's called Roundguard, but Dave, it's only... Well, actually, I don't know if it's only on Apple Arcade, but that's where I'm playing.
We're going to find out in a second here.
I would guess it's on other stuff. But it's basically, Peggle mixed with an RPG, dungeon crawler, roguelike. And that's about all you need to know about it.
It is on... Oh, wow. Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Windows, iOS, Macintosh, and TV operating systems, but not fucking Android.
There you go. Well, I think it would be the perfect Switch game. So it'd probably be the perfect Switch game.
Peggle RPG. How do they turn it into RPG? Do you get like
you
XP
have like
and levels?
You're leveling up. You're getting new like attacks, and it is a roguelike. So as you're going through, you're getting like these different special abilities that you can equip. You can, and there's 4 different classes as well, and like each of them adds like a layer of complexity to them. So, it's fairly deep. It's fun. I mean, I've only dipped my toes into it so far, but it's a good time if you
awesome.
like Peggle.
I whip ass at Peggle. But I'm ready.
I just recently got into Peggle. Like I that's kind of my game now. That like after like say like a gaming session with us, I'm just wind down for like 10-15 minutes before I go to bed. I just do a couple levels of Peggle.
Yeah. It's a great game to play with kids too.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty innocuous.
All they have to do is click one button and watch the thing go.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else did I have here? Have you heard of this game called Knotwords? It's Knot words. It's kind of like this whole daily puzzle game craze that's going on with Wordle and all these like guessing games and stuff. This is kind of another one of those, but it's basically a word scramble mixed with a crossword puzzle. So you have like, it looks like a crossword puzzle grid, and then for each line there's different like it's a jumbled up letters, and you basically have to figure out the words that kind of go down and across. And like, it's cool because at the beginning, it's a daily thing. So at the beginning of the week, the puzzles start out easy, and as you go through each day of the week, they get harder and harder. So in the beginning, it's like, I don't know, like a 9x9 grid, pretty small and short words. And by like Sunday, you're doing huge like crossword puzzle level things. So it's pretty cool how it progresses. But it's fun. It's a fun time waster. It's a fun.
What was it called again?
Toilet game in the morning. Knotwords, like a shoe knot.
Yeah.
Knot words. So that's a fun one. I think it's on. I'm playing it again on iOS just because I have an iPhone, but I think it's on Android as well.
It is downloading it now. Good call.
Perfect daily toilet game if you like word games.
And I like pooping, so best of both worlds.
Pooping. That's best of both worlds, baby. Yep. Yeah, I had a couple other things, but I'll wrap it up because I don't know. They aren't really worth mentioning. So unless you guys got anything else,
back. See if they stick around.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Okay.
Looking forward to more stuff coming out, and I don't know. Hopefully,
I want to work on my backlog.
Summer blockbusters start rolling around. Hopefully, you get out to the movies again. Love to see a movie in a theater again. That'd be nice. But
game-wise, there's not really a ton that I'm looking forward to. I mean, at the point of recording, we're right before like the big summer game showcases that are about to be happening. So I'm sure we'll get a lot more info of what's to come later this year and early next year and such. But at this point, yeah, I'm just checking out random stuff, trying to find something that sticks. Want to revisit my backlog a little bit. So that's kind of what I've been working on. So yeah, if we don't have anything else, we can wrap it up for this edition of our
Guardians of the Galaxy. Have you played that yet?
Me? No, I haven't.
Why do you bring that one up? I started playing
because it's so good. I would love to talk about it.
I started playing it, and somebody jumped in my party, and I was trying to have a conversation, and I couldn't pay attention to like the chitter chatter going on with the Guardians.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's that game at the same time, so I dumped out. But
that's another one.
It's in my backlog. Hopefully that'll be done by the end of the summer.
I finished that. That's a great one. It's not that long.
It's already it's sitting there on my Xbox hard drive installed, just waiting to be played. So
all right, I just want to remind you guys.
Someday I'll get to it. I still got to get back to. I think Ghost of Tsushima is high on my backlog list, just because I played through like almost half of that game, and I just stopped and probably got distracted by something else.
Yep, that's how it goes, man.
Go back to that.
Yeah. Oh, hate it. I wish I could finish. I'll go back.
Yeah, I'll go back. Yeah, I guess with that, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you for joining us for this month's catch-up. If you want to follow us, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Nomads of Fantasy. You can find us at thenomadsoffantasy.com and all your favorite podcast platforms, YouTube, TikTok, all that good stuff. Email us, nomadsoffantasy@gmail.com. And with that, safe travels, Nomads.
Peace out.
You like that pause?